Hi, everybody. Welcome to Game of the Day and a final wrap-up Round 7 report from the 43rd Doortmund Chess Meeting 2015 edition. Hi, this is Larry Christiansen, and let's first, before we go to our Game of the Day, which is the tough, gritty win by newly minted U.S. Grandmaster Wesley So against former world champion Vladimir Kramnik. Before that, let's go to the sensational finish between Grandmaster Nisipeanu, Romania, and and Fabiano Caruana. And this critical encounter gave Caruana clear first place by a wide margin. Let's see how he did it. This interesting game. Nisipeanu, a very underrated player in my estimation on the circuit, always enterprising. Here he plays a Evans Gambit, the old ancient virtually 200-year-old Evans Gambit against Mr. Caruana. Let's see what happened. Pick up the action. Caruana successfully navigated this tricky opening. And here we see him a pawn. He's a pawn down, but he has excellent compensation. Well-placed pieces, particularly the rook on d3, pressure against a5, bishop pair, pressure on e4, no weaknesses. Let's see how the game evolved. Nisipeanu now played knight f1. He had other options here like a6, perhaps rook d1 to b1 was a thought, but instead he played knight f1, giving up the a5 pawn for activity. The activity being knight d4. But black has a very dangerous a7 pawn, ready to hurdle up the board. And here Caruana puts the knight in prime position to escort the a7 pawn forward. White eliminates one of those bishops, activates the rook, but now Caruana was ready for that with a nice little slide of the rook to c6, protecting and attacking. He's all set up now to get in a7, a5. Nisipeanu activates the knight on g3. And black takes care that knight f5 doesn't happen. And here Nisipeanu tries knight e2. He was ready to harass that important rook on c6. And now we get a sensational finish here from well-calculated promotion combo from Fabiano Caruana, starting with a5. Well, Nisipeanu had taken that into account because now he banged out knight d4 in reply. If AB, knight takes c6, and white can then expect to deal with that pass pawn on b4 by putting a rook on the 7th rank. But let's see what happens. A takes b4, knight takes c6. So if bc, rook takes c7, white has nothing to complain about. b3, rook b7, white's winning. But a little monkey wrench now thrown into the mix. Caruana now uncorks the devastating knight d6, preventing rook takes b7. All the while a rook down. The rook on c7 is paralyzed, cannot come to the aid of the goal of stopping that pass b-pawn, and here Nisipeanu resigned, giving Caruana clear first place. So that game was a candidate for Game of the Day, and then we saw the game really tough struggle between Wesley So and Vladimir Kramnik. Kramnik employing his favorite defensive line, the Berlin Wall, Roy Lopez. So this is our Game of the Day. In tribute to anybody cracking